what else do I need? I should have got myself prepared. Okay, let's try it again. Let's make protein French toast, y'all. Okay, so I have been posting my protein French toast on Instagram, and every time I do, I get a question, you know, how'd you make that? What's in that? It is so simple. I'm gonna take you through this step by step. It's 2-ish ingredients. I mean, if you wanna count the spray that I put in the pan, you can do that. But I basically spray a non-stick pan. It's on medium, and then I prefer a sprouted grain bread, and this stuff is delicious. It's cinnamon raisin Ezekiel bread, and I will take 2 pieces. Now, since this is a smaller pan, I do something a little different. I will cut it into little pieces, and I will like Jenga it into my pan, Jenga or like Tetris it, so it all kind of fits in. And I don't, you know, like traditional French toast has probably got like heavy whipping cream and sugar and all this stuff. I don't do any of that. It's super, super basic. So I'm just cutting up the bread, cutting with my fingers, breaking it apart. And then I'm gonna take, and I just set it in that pan, which is warm. I'm going to take egg whites right here. These are just from Costco, nothing fancy. They're plain egg whites, super high in protein, 0 fat, and very low in calories. And I do about a cup, so I just measure out a cup here of egg whites. And then what I do is I just pour it over. I know, I think we were expecting some like rocket science secret to my French toast. So it's 2 ingredients. I'm just pouring this over the French toast. I'm gonna show you the finished product because unfortunately I don't have my fancy camera crew to like zoom in on this as the finished product. But something else that I add as a flavoring, just to make it a little more, you know, fancy, is these Flavor God. Can you see that? Cinnamon, buttery cinnamon roll. So I will just douse a bit of that on top. And I have this like stew of French toast. And so I just sit, let it cook, let it do its thing. And then I have a nice wide spatula, and then I will flip it. And it's kind of like a big French toasty pancake. It's absolutely delicious. Then to top it, this is just the Vermont brand. Mrs. Butterworth makes a really good brand. When I'm like deep in the creep of prep and like every calorie is literally like super duper accounted for, I will do Walden Farms. But I'm trying not to do Walden Farms right now because it reminds me too much of being in prep. And when I go into prep, I'm just like in prep. So I'm not in prep right now, we're doing this. This is 10 calories for 2 tablespoons, which is not a whole lot. I would generally do about 1/4 cup, and that's enough. Sometimes it's too much. So, so I will top it with this. And my protein French toast is still doing its thing, like you can see, oh, let's not spill that, Diane. Okay, so it's still a little watery on top, and just kind of like circulate the egg whites in this kind of fashion right here. Rachel Ray is probably screaming right now.
I'm literally crying.
Okay, so let that bad boy cook, and then I'll flip it. Now, this is really low in calories, really low in fat, and very high in protein. So I would consider this a macro-friendly breakfast because you've got a good combination of all the macros, super low in fat, especially for my clients that we work with in ditch deprivation. You know, always looking for higher protein sources. I'm always trying to get my clients to eat a little bit more protein. This is a super easy way to get her done. On Cooking with Mama D, we have my sous chef. He wasn't expecting to walk into the kitchen and have his mom doing a full-on cooking show. And do you see that? Those are his chores. This is real life, y'all. This is just real life. Okay, back to what we got going on here. I am going to flip this ever so eloquently. I always make a mess here, but today's a new day. And not anyway. It's not like, yeah, I didn't say this was gonna be like a professional looking French toast. It's kind of interesting. So we are about 15 seconds from my French toast being done. We are gonna use my very fancy china. One of my clients got those for me. Aren't these cute? I have no idea where she got them. I would Amazon barbell kitchen plates, barbell weight plates. Okay, so now that this guy is looking pretty crispy, like I said, this is not beautiful, but it's delicious and it will keep you full for quite some time. Okay, we've got this done. Sometimes I'll like break it up in the pan. Other times I'm just lazy and I just wanna, you know, get this shoveled in my face as fastly as possible so I could get on with my day. Now, another thing I wanted to mention is you can certainly food prep, meal prep this, meaning you can make a few batches of these, because I've done that, and then have them over like the course of like probably 3 days. I wouldn't want to do many more than that. In fact, I learned this recipe from, oh my God, look how ugly she'd be. She's good. I learned this recipe from Greg Douchette of gregdouchette.com. You can actually check out his YouTube as well. He's got a wealth of information there. An amazing cookbook for lots of high protein, macro friendly meals, particularly for those that are trying to get in higher protein and eat food that is not plain chicken, broccoli, and rice 24/7. Even though I kind of enjoy that, I know that there's a lot of other options in his cookbook, so you're not feeling like you can't eat healthy and get results. This was not a plug for his cookbook, but it kind of is a plug for his cookbook. I spend a lot of time on his YouTube. He's got some great stuff there. So check out his YouTube as well. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this protein French toast video. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button wherever she may be. And then that way, whenever you pop up the YouTubes, you can check out my latest videos like this one here, or here, or here, or wherever it is on the screen.